So excited for this series of episodes. You guys, this is the cream de la cream. This is our high level, exclusive, intimate, Elevate 360 mastermind. And they are a special group that Jackie, my CIO, and I mentor and work with closely all year long. Do some experiential retreats together, really get close into their business. But this specifically is about how we become best-selling authors together. And we recently published a book on all out impact and how we have found purpose and passion in what we do in business to create a bigger impact on this world. And so in our all out impact publication, we also did a summit. And this is something we do with our mastermind members. We did this day-long summit where we featured our writers. We featured them in this summit. Some of them are in panels, some of them are in solo sessions, but they're walking us through their story of all out impact in the book. And this is just such a special series to me. And I hope that you guys enjoy listening as much as we enjoyed putting this out and putting it together with so much heart and so much service. Need some effective, tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. Aimee Greczmiel. So I just saw her. She actually happens to be right here in Davidson, North Carolina. I was dropping my kids off on the first day of school and I passed by one of my mastermind members. I'm like, hey, oh my God. I got to meet her and her kids and her ex-husband and all the things. I mean, not that I haven't met her before. I've met her obviously, but to be in my hometown and be able to give you a hug the other day was amazing.
That's great.
So Aimee is a former Fortune 500 VP and a certified life and mindset coach who helps working mothers manage their mental and emotional wellness and experience more balance, presence, and ease in their daily lives. Aimee guides women to get clear on their desired outcomes so they may leave a lasting legacy for their families and make an impact in their careers. Aimee is an action-oriented mentor who has helped hundreds of individuals reach their goals while overcoming personal and professional challenges. I know you've had an incredible last 18 months and you are riding high now, my friend. So, question. So you help corporate mothers experience more balance, presence, and ease in their daily lives. How do you incorporate the same type of balance in your own life? And isn't this relevant to the digital detox that you just went on? I'm thinking about that. I'm like, she and I just talked about the 60-day digital detox that she went on. But how do you create balance in your own life?
Yeah. So first, I think before you even recognize oh my gosh, something needs to shift here, you need to take an inventory of how you're feeling and what's not working. And when I was in corporate America, I was in that space for 18 years. And my story is very similar to all of yours, where I climbed the ladder. I subscribed to the hustle culture. I thought that when I got to the top, I'd be happy. I did the whole thing. I subscribed to every narrative that successful career women are supposed to do. And I did it. And I did it all. And I got to the top and I was like, what is this? I'm not really happy. This isn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. And so that's when I think there's always an invitation. And for many women, that invitation comes through motherhood. Okay. Motherhood is a huge shift, a life change. And it's one really that culture really hasn't come to fully recognize or understand, particularly corporate America. And if you really want to look around at what culture really values, it's what people admire and aspire to be. This usually revolves around having a successful career or being famous or having a hefty title or being physically attractive. These things that externally signal perceived power, right? Perceived power. And I subscribe to that too. But motherhood completely flipped this entire thing upside down for me. And it just shifted everything in my DNA. And it really caused me, or it provided me an invitation to really go inward. And instead of focusing on external attainment, which is what I was doing, mostly because of culture and society, focusing on external attainment, it forced me to then go inward and focus on internal attunement.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to jump out of this podcast and submerge yourself live in person for a couple of days with me, my leadership Burnout to All Out team, and some of the best mentors in the industry that I have worked with for just a couple of days for growth and expansion? Well, my friends, the time is now. Tickets are on sale for our Burnout to All Out Miami event, where Mel Abraham, Kelly Roche, and Sam Harper are going to be joining me as keynotes as we facilitate personal growth, business growth, and network explosions. I always say we are all just one introduction away from a radically different business. And it doesn't just start with listening to the podcast or being on virtual Zooms. It's about being in the room. It's the conversations at the water cooler, over lunch, at dinners, the networking and connections, and the expanders to be in a room and witness people who are a couple of steps ahead of you that motivate you what is possible. And not to mention being able to tap directly into my own network as I bring them in on stage for you to meet. So the time is right. It is now to invest. My friends, I only have a limited number of VIP tickets. They always sell out in the first quarter of the year. That gives you an additional extra day in Miami and small group with my team. You do not want to miss the opportunity for the VIP experience. You can choose to upgrade all the way up to the gold experience where you get photos and an exclusive dinner with me and small group. So check it out. Expansive growth has always happened for me by pulling my chair up and choosing to be in a room with people who are kicking ass and taking names. That is how I live. I want to be the dumbest, brokest person in the room, and I'm constantly investing in being in those rooms for the expander for my personal growth. So I hope to see you there.
Internal attunement. So I went down this long path, the past 7 years of personal development, healing, inner work, all the things. And really, motherhood was the invitation to do that. And mothers particularly are not seen in our society as one of the most important and influential roles, right? Mothers are often looked at with this expected level of self-sacrifice with very little support. And so the reality is, and for me, I felt this very strongly, it shifted everything in my DNA, was that the consistent supportive mother is positively shaping the self-image of another human being. The self-image of another human being. And I'm not sure that there's any role more important than how the next generation sees themselves, how they engage in relationships, and how they will behave in the world more so than this role. So for me, I went in and I reevaluated my whole worldview, my construct on things, how I viewed success, how I viewed health, how I viewed relationships. Not only did I have to learn new things, I think more of this awakening was unlearning the things and unsubscribing from the narratives which no longer served me in how I wanted to show up in this new identity as a working mother. And so anyway, all that to say, I did all this internal work for myself. I birthed it into a business, which is now corporatemomcoach.com. And that's what I help other working mothers do today to really heal their own generational trauma, which everyone has, while also consciously raising their children and contributing to the world in a way that's meaningful for them in the work that they do.
So profound. So profound, Aimee. I love that. I was just like, can you say that one more time? What you said about the reflection, like that role as a mother in the reflection of another human being.
Yeah. So the consistent, supportive mother is positively shaping the self-image of another human being. And I'm not sure that there's any role more important than how the next generation sees themselves, how they'll engage in relationships, and how they'll behave within the world.
That's powerful stuff.
Thank you. And so all that to say, back to your digital detox.
Yeah.
I went on this summer. I've kind of been MIA from the mastermind because I did just that. I took the entire summer off to just be fully present with my kids, focus on my health and wellness. I deleted Instagram from my phone. I was rarely on text messaging. I just completely went off the grid and it was lovely. But I'm back at it. Kids started school this week, ready to dive back in and think about what's next in terms of my business and how I really want to impact working mothers of the world to support them. And there's so much because everyone's different, but it's similar to what so many of you have already said around community, around mindset, around nervous system regulation. There's all these tools and many of them are really like ancient, but they haven't been fully integrated into mainstream society in America, particularly in corporate America. And so how can we as mothers, even if we don't bring it to corporate America, how do we bring it to our kids? How do we bring it to our homes? Right? Because the women are really the ones who are changing the world here. It's not the big corporations. It's the mothers.
Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. Cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.